Okay, so I don't know what happened, but for some odd reason, we actually glitched. I don't know why. It's weird. So yeah. I don't know if you guys can still see me, midnight, what have you. Like I said, the stream glitched. For some odd reason, the stream glitched. And it's weird. Well, hey, midnight. So yeah, the stream glitched for some reason. I don't know why it glitched out. I wish I knew. So yeah. But we're getting back to it anyway. So yeah, okay. So what I did was set up Darth Vader over there to be a target for us. Now, when setting up my loadout here, I found out something. I don't got enough freaking mag pouches. No joke. Apparently, I don't have enough mag pouches. Somehow I actually got this to fit in with this. I'm trying to remember how exactly. But I'm going to get it to work, but if not, then no worries. This is a work in progress, basically. This is my speedier for nerfing. But yeah, so basically I'll just leave this over to the side as well as the smaller magazines. So here we go. So yeah, I'll be using this. So this should be somewhat fun. So, well, the benefit of the doubt, we'll go small then large. So we will use the 6-dart mag system and hit Darth Vader over there with Dart Zone darts. I know I can't make everything fit. I wish I could. I just need to add more mag pouches. But either way, here we go. Okay, and go. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Reload. Ah, dang it. Gotta reload. Reload it. And with the large magazines. Okay. Ah. Oh my god, my hands. Getting so tired. Okay. Yeah. Ah. Reload. Ah. I missed. Reload. Miss. Ah. Yeah. 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 Ah. Really? Wish had automatic. Dang it. Out. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Okay, okay. Okay. Now, I know why I make jam. Of course it's a jam. Why wouldn't there be a jam? Of all times to have a jam. Okay. 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 Okay, so here's some math problems for you. I want you to add in 1, 2, oh Jesus, 3, 4. 4 6-rounders plus, that 5 6-rounders plus 1 8-round plus 3 18 plus 120. How many darts did I just fire at Darth Vader over there? Damn. Still nice, huh? Okay, like I said, here's a math problem for you of how many darts I just emptied into Darth Vader with a top hat over there. I have 5 6-rounders, 1 8-rounder, 3 18, and then 120. How many darts did I just unload into Darth Vader with a top hat? While you're doing that, I'm going to give you even more math because I'm going to go get my other blasters. Because now I'm going to trigger I'm now going to trigger firing frenzy. And hey, gay gamer. Okay, so I'm going to go get my other blasters. I'm just going to unload into Darth Vader, okay? Because I really want to now. I'm now in a mood where I want to shoot shit. Okay, here we go. Little micro blaster. That sucks. Okay, there's 2 more darts to add to your math problem. Because you just fired 2 darts. Now add in with the 5 6-rounder, 1 8-rounder, 3 18, and 120 plus 2 more darts. How many darts did I just fire at Darth Vader? And I'm going to keep adding to your madness and insanity with this insanity by keep firing this. Double down! Here's 4 more darts for you. Okay, there's 4 more. That's 4 plus 2 times 5, 6 plus 8 plus 3 18-rounders plus a 20-rounder. You're going to love the math I'm giving you guys. And then finally add in the 6. Add in another 6 round of darts. By the way, this is modded along with the other two blasters.
And you fail.
Hey, Dice.
How's it going there, Al?
Shooting at Darth Vader with a fucking top hat and a modded blaster. How about you?
Doing all right. Just trying to get some messages out for other people to possibly join us.
Ah, that's a good sign. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we have 3 viewers. We got Stacy, Gay Gamer, and Midnight back with us.
Well, hello there, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed it earlier. The stream actually glitched out on me.
So that's why I couldn't join you earlier.
Glitched out and said, "Ha, fuck you, I'm dying." Ah, God.
Yep, unfortunately, your special guest won't be joining us today. He's busy today.
Yes, I had informed the people of that, and they were in fact disappointed. But they were happy to see my insanity.
But you always have insanity.
Of course, I always plead it. But either way.
I'm just going to grab some questions here off my YouTube channel there so we can do some Q&A.
You know, I'm considering doing a more Molly Mo problems, because with Nerf, because dear God, I have a ton of Nerf guns over there, and all those magazines make a very beautiful clanking noise.
All sorts of piles of guns.
Yes. Which, dear God, for those of you who don't know, More Molly, More Problems was Evike's little funny spoof on Epic Mealtime. And, dear God, it was... I wouldn't even call that a loadout. I'd more or less call it you waddling everywhere.
Pretty much.
How's Canada these days?
Wet. Very, very wet lately.
We finally got cool weather down here. Gay Gamer says, your laugh reminds me of the Mad Hatter. Oh, 4, technically. Okay, so we have 4 people because of Stacy's sister watching. Dice is over there playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, no, I'm not. Definitely not. I'm actually just going through YouTube here, trying to grab some questions to answer.
Sweet.
I got rid of Pokemon Go off my phone a while ago. Too many bugs.
I never had Pokemon Go because this is my phone. Look, keyboard phone. Yeah. It's not a BlackBerry. It's a AT&T phone, a knockoff of a BlackBerry. So this checking account's free. Let's see here. Okay, so guys, gals, and other of you have a question. Stacy says BS. It's still hot down here in Alabama. Well, I'm sorry, Stacy.
Well, that's Alabama. This is Canada.
Yeah, exactly. He lives up north. He has the right to complain.
Complain? I'm Canadian. We live in the cold. We're used to it.
Okay, gamer. Hope to see you later, and maybe one day you'll be on one of the streams. Hopefully. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me think here. Oh, Dice, yes. On our last stream, someone actually did message me asking, when we had Decker Shadow on there and we were showing off our Nerf arsenals, they did ask if you were going to get into nerfing.
I had Nerf guns a long time ago. I've got a couple of them kicking around somewhere, but it's just been airsoft for days for me.
Yes. Which, speaking of which, I don't know if you were on the stream. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but okay, you know my earlier nerfing videos when I was doing Ignition 516?
I think so, yeah.
They had an interview recently and did not mention me at all.
Well, sometimes when it comes to things like that, being a YouTuber or helping at something, sometimes it just becomes a thankless task.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I got up.
Like, there's a difference between, like, being a major contributor to something and just helping out and just not getting credit for doing anything. Whereas me, I just don't expect it. Like, for example, with me, I was actually asked by PTS to take a whole bunch of photos for them of all the crap ton of PTS accessories that I've gotten. And yeah, I've just shared it with them, and then we just help out each other.
Nice. But yeah, trying to think exactly. The big thing for me is I'm happy now that Op 31 Tennessee is actually helping me out with the nerf, because the owner, no joke, the owner actually made me a bet, which I took on for its insanity, was if I could hit him with any of my nerf guns, which dumbass me went with the one I had to freaking load in after every shot instead of getting the magazine fed one. If I could hit him with my Nerf gun, I'd get $50. What do you have? Wait, is that an AEG or gas blowback?
Actually, try and guess what this is. Of course, yes, it's an MP7.
Tokyo Marui.
But try and guess what it is. It's the original Tokyo Marui AEG.
Oh! Yes!
I'm actually pick this up for my collection there. This is pretty much in mint shape, but I'm going to plan on getting this updated in order to actually bring it up to more so today's standards.
Nice. Oh god, I've always wanted one. I've always wanted the AEG Tokyo. Well, the MP7s, yes, I would love to have the AEG, but I just got to have the one that actually does work out very well for me.
Yeah, I've owned pretty much every version of the MP7 other than the newer VFC one. Like, I've had the clones of this, I've owned this, and I've owned, I think, 2 different KWA gas blowout MP7s. I gotta say, personally, Tokyo Marui AEG one's the best.
Yes. That's got a lot
because
of pressure.
Tokyo Marui Magic Factory Dust.
Yes. Tokyo Marui Magic Factory Dust, which I wish had me with this. Because no joke, in a video that's going to be coming up after this live stream, and yes, Dice, you're going to want to see it, I actually take on the challenge with just this. Just this. Nothing else. Just ran this. With Dart Zone darts, which actually did help. And the first time, I didn't hit a dang thing because I was trying to let him come to me instead of actually going after him head on. That and the fact that I have to completely reload it one by one, that also helps, so... Fed blaster.
In other words, you lose.
Yeah. A lot, actually. Until I finally got one, which has slight spoiler alert, I finally got the owner, but didn't get the $50. I got his gun. But I did get something else, though. Let me see if you still have it. Okay, it's not in here. Good God. It's over here. Got a patch out of it.
That's good. Mine on my wall.
Yeah, so this is one of many patches that I hope to get. It's Op 31, guys, here in Tennessee. Facebook will be in the description below. Let's see here. Hey, we got more guys.
I've got one question here that we both can answer.
Yeah.
All right, what's your opinion on getting a mystery box to get your first gun?
That? I mean, honestly, for me, when I think mystery box, I think Call of Duty Zombies, and that's my expectations. It's like, I go to open it, and it's like, ding, da, da, ding, 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 ding. And you either get a really good gun, or you get a really bad gun. That's my opinion on it.
Well, me, myself, being somebody that's opened up several different mystery boxes, actually have a whole section of that on my channel dedicated to just mystery boxes. It more so depends on what's in that mystery box and what you want out of that box. And also if that box is within your budget.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you don't mind getting a JG G36C or a JG AK-47 that's at the lowest end of the box, then you're usually fine for a starting gun. You might luck out and get something that's really high end as a starting gun, but for the most part, it's best to go and get not only what's within your budget, but within your needs as well.
I agree.
But
Mixed
mainly, it
airsoft.
really depends on what's in that box.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I know of did the mystery box and they were like, "Oh my god, I hate this gun. I need to return it." Don't return the gun. Just keep the gun and try and sell it if you want. I mean, make some money off of it.
Probably the worst
Just
kind of
saying.
mystery box to go for to try and get a starting gun is a sniper rifle mystery box.
Oh my god. I actually had a bolt action once, and dear God, I basically used it because of how low the FPS was. The FPS was like 350. I basically used it like a regular bolt action combat if that's what you were issued. I just used it as a standard rifle. Didn't use it as a sniper rifle. But I'm not gonna lie, I did get a good bit of kills with it. It's just I didn't like the manufacturer who made it. Yeah.
Just hunting for
I
more
agree.
questions here.
Okay, so a mixed airsoft says, well, two things actually. He said, they said, he said, they said, she said. I'm just gonna say mixed airsoft because I don't know if it's a guy, woman, or what have you. Never knew Tokyo Marine made an MP7 AEG. A lot of people make a MP7 AEG actually, and honestly thought they only made GBB MP7s.
The original type of MP7 that was actually released was the Tokyo Marui MP7 back in the day, and then a couple of different Chinese companies and really low-end companies cloned it. And then after that, KWA came out with their MP7, which is Gas Flowback, which many people know, and the electric one. And then VFC more so recently came out with their MP7 Navy, which is better than the KWA one. Not only is it more gas efficient and more realistic, it actually is one-to-one scale with the original one. I believe Jet the Desert Fox actually did a video comparing the KWA, and the VFC is considerably larger.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
But I'm debating with this, because this is the TM AEG, I'm debating whether or not to get this just simply upgraded internally or get it Polar Starred.
No, if you can, do it like... Okay, for me, I've always wanted to do a retro review with the Thompson back there from 2008, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'm trying to think exactly. I was going to actually do a retro review on it to say, you know, this is what we had back in the day, and this is what we have now. Now, I'm not going to spoil my thoughts on it, because I'm not going to give you guys that spoiler. But I will admit that we've come a long way since 2008. We really have. And
see, I have that same sort of idea, actually. Because not only do I plan on doing a retro review / armory on this, I'm also going to be doing a comparison between the Tokyo Marui MP7 to the ASG Scorpion Evo.
Exactly. I mean, use it stock, because a lot of stock guns, even Tokyo Marui with its fairy dust magic, works amazingly well and outperforms a lot of other guns on the market. I think that's Tokyo Marui.
And then,
what do we?
Once it comes out later this year, I'm also going to be picking up the new Crytek Vector AEG. And then I'll be doing...
What about the KSG?
That is my next gun on my list to get, is the KSG. Just waiting on my supplier to get it in and get a price on it, and then I'll be getting that in. If you don't know, she just recently came out with a gas-powered KSG-12 shotgun.
Yes, people would ask me to do a reaction video to that because of how stiff and lifeless Mark is, which I'm not going to say that he's stiff and lifeless. He's like, from what I understand, he's like that in real life, so I'm not going to bag on him for that.
I wouldn't really say that he's stiff and lifeless at all. He's just getting into the swing of things, because so many people are used to seeing Tim. If you've watched the Rebel channel for a long time, beforehand we had
Arclight.
And then we had Tim, and now we have Mark. Everybody's so used to seeing Tim, that's what they expect. But it's just a different way to go about it.
He's a proper Englishman.
The thing too of Mark, he's not stiff and lifeless. Come on, I played Destiny with him on Xbox One. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, yeah, he is. Which once I finally get which I'm considering getting an Xbox One for Christmas. Like, screw all these guns I want to get outside of the RPK, obviously. I'm gonna just put in bold letters Xbox One.
Yeah, get it, because then you can game out with a lot of us. Actually, just the other
Yes.
night there, I was gaming with Kaiju from Rebel Fairsoft in the US.
Nice.
With him, I've been regularly gaming out with Mark and his friends over in Hong Kong.
Nice.
Bunch of other folks in the airsoft community as well.
Okay, DeBoss Gaming asks, I was curious, what kind of pistol do you prefer? For me, I like CO2. Like, I love the CO2 1911s. They are amazing. That or a revolver, like a good, proper revolver.
See, me when it comes to pistols, being in Canada is typically a lot colder in here, so gas guns don't typically work as well. So CO2 pistols work a lot better for us year round. Like, you can run around even in the dead of winter with a CO2 pistol up here, and it will still work, as opposed to a green gas or propane power pistol, which will pretty much be non-existent in terms of use. As for specific models of pistol, I myself right now am mainly using my custom G19. It's a WE-G19 that was custom made for me. Gee, it's a very, very nice pistol. I'll actually go get it 1 second here.
Yes. Oh, by the way, it's still. I know it's still Ryan DeBoss, but I'm trying to promote your channel. You know, I think people would like to come see your channel once you actually start once you start publishing your gaming, your combat vids. You know. By the way, if you have a good computer, and I would recommend this, try and get OBS or Lolly Recorder, because that is a good recording software for if you're wanting to game.
All right, this is my custom WE-G19 that I've been talking quite a bit about. Done a ton of internal and external upgrades to this thing. Actually, Al, try and guess the total cost that has been put into this gun, which is the price of the gun itself, price of parts, and the labor in Canadian dollars.
Come again? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say above $100.
Yeah, quite a bit above that.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at guessing.
Yeah, quite a bit above that. Actually, total cost of this build has been about $1,000.
Yikes!
It's got a guns modified Costa Ludus salient arms slide and barrel. Got the salient arms trigger. Tons of different internal parts upgrades. This thing has been upgraded to the 9s.
Damn.
Even the gas valves on the magazines, you see that purple part, even that has been upgraded.
Wow.
For extra gas efficiency.
Nice. Nice.
Now, this thing here on a fully charged green gas magazine there, with the upgrades, beforehand I used to only get about maybe 2 mags in decent weather. Now I can get 4 mags worth of gas out of this.
Nice. My cat is just staring at Darth Vader back there.
That's what cats do.
Oh, yeah, of course.
My
Okay,
dog
let me
does
see
that
here.
too.
Okay, so guys in chat, if you have any questions for either me or Dice, by all means, go ahead and ask them. I'm going to look through my messages and see what nice little bits of questions I've gotten. Okay, here we go. I did talk to you about this, Mark. Because, you know, we were talking about this earlier over Facebook. Dice. Good God. Why did I say Mark? Blah, blah, blah.
I am not Mark.
Yeah. Okay, so someone asked, what are you going to do? How is Behind the Battle series going to be any different from your regular lore series? So, okay, Dice is actually going to be helping out. I asked for his help on this. The way I want to do it is I want to kind of do it sort of like how the Great War channel does their videos, but at the same time still keep it within the satirical, while at the same time still outlandish reasoning behind it. Kind of like how Alternative History Hub does their videos.
I'm planning on pretty much just helping out with some of the editing process, not actually the video itself, but the editing of it.
Yeah, so expect really good video editing in the future, as well as a complete overhaul of the actual lore series. And who knows, you might see his pretty mug on some of the videos.
Pretty? I'm just bearded. As for my channel, I've got a lot of different videos that I'm currently working on right now. I've got a whole bunch of guns around me that I'm either doing armor videos or reviews on currently. The next gun that I'm about to do a review on, actually I'm just in the process of editing it, is the AY-AS Val. This is completely made out of metal. It's a replica of an integrally suppressed Spetsnaz weapon.
Nice.
It's an AEG. Battery goes in the front tube here. This is a pretty solid little gun. This is about $220 around that mark here in Canada.
That's about $120 here in America.
Around that range.
Yeah, give or take.
But yeah,
Someone
reviewing this
messaged,
will be coming.
Huh?
Go ahead there.
Okay. Someone messaged, I can already see Dice sending Al guns and stuff for Christmas. I would never do that to my friends, actually. I'm not that guy where it's like, hey, you know that gun I really like? Why don't you send me that for Christmas? I'm not like that, guys. I'm really not.
Plus, another thing, too, it's very difficult to just simply, if you're not a store, to send guns over the border from the U.S. to Canada, because more than likely they're going to get seized.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially if you don't have, like, an importation license or stuff like that. You'd be better off just bringing it over the border yourself, and even then, you'll probably run into issues.
Yeah, guys.
If you guys know Robo Murray, he doesn't bring his guns with him when he travels to the U.S. to do the games down there. He actually has a separate built gun that's kept with the Red Wolf guys down there. The issue, he just brings his gear with him, not his guns.
Yeah, and even then, I would never ask Dice to send me anything for Christmas. I'd probably just ask him to send me Christmas wishes, and that's it.
Maybe send a pack of Canadian bacon? Because that's about all I could do. And even then, because of food importation, things over the U.S., even that might get seized. Because America.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the biggest thing I'd probably ask or see if he'd be able to do is if he'd be able to physically travel to Tennessee to come to Op31 to play. And even then, I think that would be kind of hard.
Yeah, that would be kind of difficult as of right now.
Yeah.
Bring all sorts of contraband with me.
Wally. I guess you know this person. Waldo Wally, what do you guys think about putting 3 to 5 shots into somebody? A lot of people do it in my field because there's a lot of cheaters.
See, typically sometimes if a person's wearing a lot of gear, they usually won't feel the first hit or they just won't immediately react to the first hit. So typically me, when I'm playing against somebody, if it's at medium to long distance, I usually fire 2 shots. It's typically just stick to semi-auto anyway. With me, I don't just sit there and full auto somebody with a short little burst.
Yeah, I mean, for me down here in the Mid-South, we have a lot of woods. So when someone tells you in a wooded field, now I'm talking not oh, there's a tree there, there's a tree. No. We're talking woods, like thick woods. So when they tell you to go full auto, and you're allowed to go full auto, they're telling you that because they know that BB that you're firing in semi-auto is not going to get through that brush. Auto, because that way you have chances. Like, multiple chances for your BBs to go through that brush, go through that thick leaves and everything else to hit the person that's right across from you. So down here, it's not overshooting. It's just us trying to get our shots through the junk in front of us to hit the guy. So that's the Mid-South perspective.
Yeah, a lot of times using a heavier weight B will also help your rounds cut through brush a lot easier. Like me, I always run .25s or .28s in my guns.
Yeah, I don't got that luxury. I got .2s only.
Yeah, heavier BBs work.
I'm saving up the money to get heavier BBs when I go back to Op 31, so that way my Thompson, because, dear God, that Thompson, it's a laser beam. It's like, meow, when it's heavier BBs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This gun was also quite the laser beam for me when I went to Operation Creamy River. I custom Crytek SPR.
I hate you. I hate you so bad.
This thing has been done up front to rear with AT accessories.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
More questions.
Waldo agrees. He doesn't mind getting shot a little extra. Let's see here.
The main important
What are
thing
your
is
thoughts
calling
on,
your hits.
Yes. Just make sure to call your hits, guys. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on the Galactech armor? I believe we've already talked about this, haven't we?
No, I don't think we have. It's, if you guys aren't aware of the Galactech armor, it's a armor company that's been promoted recently by Airsoft GI. Basically based off of Star Wars Mandalorian armor. It looks badass. If you guys want to go on Node, what they recently did is one pretty interesting video. They had one guy, I think it was in the first round, it was Airsoftology Jonathan, in the Galactech armor, armed with a Classic Army M134 minigun with balloons strapped to him. He had to get from one side of the field to the other, while the entire opposing team had to try and pop those balloons.
Which the balloons would not pop.
No, they wouldn't pop. He's like, they're not popping! They're not popping!
Oh my god!
And then in one section there, Jet made the mistake of running out in the open in front of the minigun. It's like, oh god! He just gets hosed. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
I'm sorry. If Jet is watching this, that was funny.
It was.
As they always say, it's only funny until somebody gets hurt. That's hilarious.
Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's Jet. I mean, come on. Everything he does, he's like the Jeff Dunham of Airsoft.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. I mean, I know he responds. Okay, let's see here.
It'd be awesome to get him on here.
Waldo has a question for you.
Okay.
Waldo says, is there a big difference between SPR or CQB? I have the CQB, and it reaches close to 230 feet. How far is his getting? Mine's all stock except for a Promi bucking. And Promi is Prommy.
Yep. Oftentimes used short for Prometheus.
Thank
the
you.
Crytek SPR versus the CRB, physically the only difference is the barrel and rail length, but otherwise this one does have a hair bit more range due to having a longer inner barrel, but they do perform very similarly. Basically from the receiver backwards, they are identical. Same gearbox, same motor, same everything internally. The only physical difference is a longer inner and outer barrel and a longer rail system. But the SPR does have the advantage of slightly more range, at the disadvantage due to it being longer, being slightly harder to handle in close quarters environments.
Yeah.
Even still, I played at a woodland event with my SPR. I didn't hit my barrel on even one tree the entire event there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Trying to look and see if there's any more interesting questions. Oh,
I'm
here's
actually
one.
planning on picking up a Crytek SRB and doing it up with PTS accessories as well.
Nice. Nice.
I have a lot of guns on my list that I want to get or need to get. A few of them by PTS and a few of them by Crytek.
Here we go. If you could, what... and I'm trying to paraphrase this because this is a really long question that I got in. And this was from my anime editorial where... can anime, video game, what have you gone? And guys, if you can go back to my editorial playlist on my channel and you can find that editorial, which, Dice, if you want, you can gladly do a reaction video of that. Oh my god, that was way back when I was so young. And
if I had the software, I would do a reaction video to it. But my software that I have is pretty basic.
Well, so is mine, but, you know, it's whatever. Okay, so, if you guys could do a legit, and I'm not even joking here, a legit Helsing loadout, what would it be?
Okay, I got this. Red Cloak,
Yeah,
Giant
I'll let
Red
you
Hat,
do that.
Orchids,
I gotta go check on my cats.
and Alucard's twin pistols. That's all I'd need. And of course, the magic of having infinite ammunition and silver tip bullets that have been melted down from holy artifacts. If you're a zombie, you're gonna die and you're gonna stay dead. Yeah. Oh look, he's gone! Hijack the channel, quick! Is he gone? Is he gone? So I'm gonna hunt for some more questions here for you guys. And see what I can ask now that he's gone there. Just that this isn't just a blank space of nobody doing anything. Okay, somebody on here asked, what's your opinion on the Crytek... Which one is that, sorry? One sec. I'm having a blow moment here. What's your opinion on the Crytek PDW? That gun is amazing for CQB fields due to its extremely short size, and Crytek actually does a really good job with their PDW stock as well.
Okay, my
one
cat's
question that was
all
just
right.
answered.
Okay, so
Your cat's all
Waldo,
right?
once again, has
Sorry.
asked, have you guys seen the Wolverine Bolt? It's extremely quiet.
The Wolverine Bolt, if I recall, that is the Wolverine HPA kit for VRStar 10 sniper rifles. Basically, it's an HPA kit for bolt action sniper rifles. Not too much of a fan of it because it does basically just change the whole bolt action system into just an HPA. But it's an alright system. Like for those who actually want that sort of thing, it's definitely something that they can definitely look out for. I've always been just old school. Yeah, that's my way of things. But to each their own, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see here. Now, the only reason you guys are seeing Dice and not me currently right now is because I got low. I had to get my potassium intake.
He's mounging on a banana right now.
Yes, I am. Don't make this wrong.
Oh, that banana.
Oh, here we go. This one comes to our fandom. Have you guys recently seen Young Justice Abridged?
Have I seen what, sorry?
Young Justice Abridged.
Oh, no, I haven't.
It's hilarious. Legitimately, they even have Conan's character in there.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And there's this whole joke where Superboy's a communist and Superman's that all-American crazy just... I'm not even joking. Not even joking on that. It's one of those shows you gotta watch. It's hilarious. While at the same time creepy.
Well, while
Because
you're
some of the
getting your
characters-
potassium, I'm going to go and hunt for more questions here.
Mm-hmm.
While you mange away on that banana that you love so much.
Screw you.
I'm just trying to make it sound. I'm just trying to make it sound as wrong as I can
Ugh,
because I can.
I am so happy. Hey, got another one. Noob Softing. You guys know Matt the Musketeer. There's a video of him getting exposed for cheating. Just saw it. I have not seen that video. Have you?
Nor have I. Actually, my question that I have on here actually relates to that as well. What is your opinion on the recent wave of accusations of cheating and general sketchy behavior by YouTubers? As a person who knows mostly Airsoft YouTube community, i.e., Jet overshooting, Leah not calling hits, other people cheating, Novrich going out of bounds. Shit's gonna happen sometimes. And yes, we are all human. Despite us being people in the YouTube community and making videos, people do make mistakes, but at the same time, not doing that. And if you're somebody who's big in the community, people are going to hate on you regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to see somebody like Jet and Leah at the top of the community there, and they're Airsoft celebrity things, even though we're not Airsoft celebrities. You know, a lot of people say that, and just like, no. I've been called a Airsoft celebrity myself before, and I'm just like, no. I'm not a celebrity. I do this hobby because it's fun and because I enjoy it.
What I do.
But my opinions on that, we're human. Sometimes we make mistakes, but at the same time, people are going to hate on what we do. And people are just going to see the person at the top there and try to drag them down.
Yeah.
I've watched...
Now, for me, I cannot. Like, legitimately, I cannot not call my hits because I'm thin-skinned. Like, no joke. Even with a BDU on, I still get these because of how thin-skinned I am. So, legitimately, I'm more sensitive to pain than most other people are. So if I get hit, you're going to hear me yell, and you're probably going to hear me cuss depending on where you hit me, because I got shot in the knee. Like, no joke, I got shot in the knee from like 20 feet away. I cussed out hard because I had never felt that pain before. And the guy even ran over and looked at me going like, you okay? You all right? And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm hit. Just don't overshoot me, please. And he goes like, I won't overshoot you. Even though another dude's sitting over here trying to shoot me.
Like, I myself haven't seen the Matt the Musketeer video yet. I watched the Novrich video yet, in which he was actually banned from field for going out of bounds, him and two others. He had absolutely no idea that that area was out of bounds prior to going there, which is a mistake that we as humans make, and people are just ragging on him for it like crazy. Like I said before, we're all human, we make mistakes. Now, in hit calling and overshooting, yeah, sometimes we can get frustrated by people who don't call their hits, which does happen on the field. But if we're going to overshoot somebody, it's because we know that that person's not calling their hits. We're not just going to overshoot somebody and just hose people like crazy. It's one of the reasons why I always...
Trying to think. Jericho was a big instigator of cheaters because even Level Cap showed it. And yeesh, it was bad. Because I have never heard Level Cap cuss. And in hearing him cuss, I was like, oh, damn, he's pissed.
I actually did see that video myself back in the day there when he was at the Jericho field, and that was a field, I don't know if it's still running, but in that video, no. I don't think I even saw a single ref that entire game, and usually they would hang around people. But yeah, cheaters are not good in Airsoft. As for the no-hit calling, stuff like that, I know for a fact that Jet calls his hits, Leah calls her hits, Airsoftology Jonathan calls his hits, Robo Murray calls his hits. Even when in doubt, even if it's a ricochet and we think it might have hit us, we'll still call it.
Yeah. Now, depending on what field rules are, if they hit the gun, a lot of fields don't count gun hits as hits.
I think they're referencing more so the body hits of them being accused of calling them.
But even then, I've heard people like... I don't know if I got on camera or not, but when I was out at Up 31, someone tried... Well, not Up 31, good lord, I think it was another field. It was at camera. Someone hit my M16, and they were saying, you're hit, and it's like, no, we don't count gun hits.
Another thing, too, that oftentimes rises at these sort of things is a miscommunication between game rules. One person thinking that it's one way, while another person thinking that's another, which thus leads to conflict. Things like gun hits, surrender rules, like people thinking that there's no surrender rules, so they just run up to somebody and shoot them, even though there's bang-bang rules in play.
Oh, God.
Oftentimes causes miscommunications, and thus creates more hate in the community, which is something that we as Airsofters really don't need. All this hate in the community.
Oh yeah, with all the BS that's going on right now, we need to not have hate in the community because already the public knows we exist and knows we're a sport, and now they're looking to us seeing if we're responsible enough to actually maintain ourselves.
Yeah. The main thing is being responsible human beings, as well as just not provoking extra hate in the community. Like, it's just not needed.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on all of that. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that the overshooting, the no-hit calling, I know for a fact that they call their hits because, of course, them being YouTubers and having a reputation to uphold and just being an honorable player, like, take away the whole, have them as just another player of Airsoft. It's all about the honor system. It goes all the way back to square one, folks, with the Airsoft rules. It's all about honor, calling your own hits, and being an honorable player. It's not even all about being a YouTuber and trying to maintain. It's about being honorable. Damn it, I sound like Robo Murray now. Hashtag Robo Philosophy.
But yeah, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna answer.
I'm even wearing a Robo shirt.
Okay, so we will answer 3 more questions, and then we'll end the stream. Because it's to that point where the banana is not holding me over. I need to soon get ready for work and what have you. But either way. Okay, so let me actually look here. Well, this is interesting. What are your thoughts on old school loadouts? And I'm not talking like reenactments. I'm talking like legit OG original airsofting loadouts.
Loadouts are pretty damn cool. Like, if you can pull off a really good World War I, World War II impression kit, that stuff is actually really impressive and really effective. Actually, if you guys follow Spartan 117GW, who we were going to try to get him as a guest on this stream today, but unfortunately he's busy. If you go and follow his social media, he's been doing a lot of old school loadouts lately, so go check his out. They're pretty damn good looking. Yeah.
Now, I think what they were trying to say was like when Airsoft was getting started, like with original Tokyo Maruis and ICS, I think, or I'm not sure if that's the company. I think.
Oh God, all the old school Airsoft loadouts. I thought you were talking about basically old school military impression kits.
They didn't mean the reenactment loadouts, like original airsofting loadouts, like when the sport was just starting out.
Oh God, cross-draw vests, the horror.
Honestly, if someone came onto the field with like the loadout they were rocking during the 90s, I would drool over it. I would legitimately be asking 20 different questions about the loadout.
Yeah, but at the same time, if somebody is on a budget there and that's all they can get, you're not going to knock them for it. Like, somebody walks on the field with a really, really old MP5 SD and a cross-draw vest. It's just like, yeah, they're just another person with gear.
Yeah. Now, if they walk on with an original airsoft gun that isn't Tokyo Marui, I bet you anything, people are going to start offering them money to try and get that damn gun.
Actually, I'd be more like, hey, that like really, 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 really old classic gun, that should be in a museum.
I'd probably be seeing people go like, okay, how much do you want for it? Like no joke, how much do you want? And everyone just be sitting there with their checkbooks out, just sitting there trying to write out numbers. Oh my God. Okay, that was actually a really entertaining question. It really was.
Yeah, old school stuff is still pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you can still buy an original Tokyo Marui FAMAS for like $280. Like, no joke on that. You can still buy the original FAMAS.
Okay, I got one more question here. What is the best camo for the Pacific Northwest? Depends on the region that you're living in. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, down towards California, which is primarily a desert region, you'll be more so with desert patterns, as opposed to me, who lives in Western Canada, where there's a lot of woodland. You'd be more so better off with a woodland pattern. For me, I've had a lot of success in woodland environments with Cryptek Mandrake and Multicam. Pretty much Multicam in any sort of woodland environment. Canadians as well. Canadian Army issue pattern is CADPAT. But personally, I don't like that one because it's a little bit blotchy. To me, anyway. Everybody's got their own opinion. But me, I like Cryptek Mandrake for woodland environments. And then I'll let you answer the desert part since you live further down south there.
We don't really
So
have
you
a
live
lot
in
of
woodland.
desert around here.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
you
when
live
we
in Tennessee. I'm thinking California.
Okay, so for me down here in the woods, no joke, where I live, you'll see guys just come out in their hunting clothes because, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's not tactical." It's not. It's not about tactical. If you're trying to go for camouflage, then the best pattern you can get is the hunting patterns because, let's
That's
face
actually
it,
another
blending into the
good point, too.
woods. Yeah, blending
Is
into
that
the
if you're in
woods
the
is good, and it saves you on a budget because the difference between getting the military grade stuff and then the civilian grade stuff, huge price difference.
Yeah, and oftentimes too, even if you're paying for the actual military stuff there, even the repro stuff there costs a fair amount of money in comparison to just regular hunting camo patterns. Like probably around here, if you're thinking hunting camo patterns, if you're in a wooded environment, they actually work really, really well. Probably the single best pattern, I've actually used it myself, would be Mossy Oak Breakup.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get a jacket and
I
pants
actually have some of that.
with Mossy Oak Breakup, you will blend in like nothing in a woodland environment.
I knew a guy, and yes, I'm sharing a
Better
story.
than
I know this is
Khaleesi.
going to make the stream longer, but I got to share the story. So well before I got my GoPro, I played with this one guy who would dress up in nothing but mossy oak. Like, head to toe mossy oak. And he'd sit there, and we'd never find him. Like, no joke, we'd never find him. And one day, I was walking along the woods, and then I hear, psst, psst. I'm just looking around, going like, he is legitimately right here in front of me, a foot in front of me, and he's just looking up at me, going like, hey, be quiet. They're right there. They're right there. Just sprawled out on the ground among the leaves. I could not distinguish him from the ground.
Yeah, I was actually playing a basically back when I had mostly sniper rifles. I was wearing full Mossy Oak Breakup with my OD green sniper rifle, and I was laying prone there, and I almost got stepped on because I could blend in so well. It's because they saw the sniper rifle, and they literally thought that I just laid the sniper rifle down on the ground and ran away. They actually tried to pick up the sniper rifle, and I knifed them. Because they thought that I
that scared the hell out of them.
They screamed, and then everybody else found me, and then I got shot a lot.
Still, the look on their faces were probably priceless.
It was the look of pure terror.
Oh god, please tell me you had your GoPro during that.
This was quite a while ago.
No.
Speaking of sniper rifles, before we end the stream here, one of my other upcoming video ideas with two other local players here, we're going to do a 3-man sniper duel. With a bolt action sniper rifle and a knife. Limited ammunition in a small area. Last man standing.
Nice.
And no velocity limits.
Nice!
Everybody has 5 rounds and a knife. You run out of ammo? Just use your knife.
Yeah. Okay, so a 2-parter here. Still counts as one question, though. So, first part's a short one, so we can knock that one out real quick.
Alrighty.
Hey, Al, just out of curiosity, if things hit the fan, are you going to run away up there to dice? Yes.
So basically, if the presidential candidate that you don't want gets elected, hi.
Yeah, I'm actually, like, no, I know I've joked about this in the past, but I'm dead serious. I've actually got friends in Canada besides DICE. I also got my friend Justin, who's Nexus Does Gaming. Not even joking, I would definitely run away to Canada because I got him, I got Jester Tactical up there. I've got friends in Canada, guys. So if I have to, I could probably bunk with them for a while and then get on my feet and then, you know, keep doing what I do.
Red Wolf Tim is actually about 12 hours south of me.
Better place. Huh?
Red Wolf Tim is actually about 12 hours south of me. I'm pretty far north.
Wow. That's actually pretty funny. But yeah, no joke, I'd probably take all my airsoft guns with me. Well, what I could take with me anyway, and run away to Canada because I still want to play airsoft. And Canada is the only other country I can think of that's actually still fun to play in.
And we don't need orange tips.
Yay!
At least for federal importation regulations. If they're imported from the States to the US, they still need to have the orange tips. But after that, we don't need orange flash hiders anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the second part of it is, after, of course, answering it. Oh my god, Stacy's yelling, going like, take me with you! Stacy, I promise I'll try, but I don't know if I can make a round trip to Alabama, from Tennessee to Alabama, then Canada. And I don't think DICE has the room for you and your family.
Money makes things happen.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Let's see. Okay, so the second part to the question is, why is it older replica airsoft guns perform better than newer tactical airsoft guns? I think I'll take this part, then you can take the other part. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so let me go get my Thompson.
Well, the thing is, too, with a lot of the older guns as well, it was a lot more simple back then, but Tokimarui was the main one that worked really, really well back then. And nowadays, a lot of things become a lot more complicated, and things like manufacturing processes have changed. So it's not necessarily that things work less than they used to, it just work in a different manner.
Okay, so here is the King Arms Thompson. Now, even though it's a old school replica, it performs amazing. Reason being, it has a high torque motor, version 3 gearbox, and it's all metal, internally and externally, minus the polymer, what have yous. And this gun outperforms any tactical airsoft guns on the market, outside the M1 Garand and all the other old school looking guns.
But can it outperform my Crytek?
Probably can if you give me the right amount of BBs. Or right weight of BBs.
You see, on the other end of the spectrum as well, a lot of higher end companies have been producing some really, really high quality parts. And they just work perfectly well together. Like, I've got this Crytek SPR, as I mentioned before. This gun is completely bone stock, and I've gotten confirmed 280-foot headshot kills at the event that I went to. This thing rips, it's extremely reliable, comes with a MOSFET, and stuff like that, King Arms Thompson there, doesn't really compare to it. But in terms of new school cool versus old school cool, it's all about personal opinion.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, I think companies like when they go to replicate old style guns like World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, they try to up the ante internally so that way they can good even though they look old.
It makes it basically said outside of a World War I or World War II, basically an immersion game for that, they can still perform versus other guns as well. Some of the newer stuff that's been coming out lately. Because otherwise, if you take an original Tokimarui Thompson, for example, which is back when the Thompsons were first made, and you try to put that into a like American Milsim event there, that gun's going to get outgunned and outclassed by everything.
Even with the magical Tokimarui dust.
Well, the factory hop-up unit and all that, but 280 FPS stock and not that much of amazing range, as well as the fiddly magazines of a Thompson, really, versus something like a Crytek SPR or Crytek LMG or the ASG Scorpion Evo or the VFC 416.
Mm-hmm.
Modern stuff like that are going to outperform it pretty much any day of the week. But in terms of a World War II immersion game, Tokimarui Thompsons are still very, very skirmishable.
Yeah.
Because they're more so made for World War II games, where the FPS, and it's not all about just spraying BBs at 400 FPS. It's about more so troop movement rather than the performance of the gun.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Again, Rebel philosophy.
The modern guns. Don't get me wrong. I love the M249. I love the M60. I love. Well, wait, that's going backwards. But either way, you get what we're saying. We love guns. And honestly, any day of the year, I'd take the Thompson out because the King Arms one performs amazing. But if I want something that's modular and I can work with it, I'm going to go with my SIG back there because that's my SIG. That's my baby. What about you, Dice?
Personally, me, I will use an old school. Like, if I could actually get a Springfield M1903, it just depends on the mindset of how to use said gun for the said situation. If I wasn't using my Crytek and wanted to play more of a support role, I'd be using my other Crytek. This is my Crytek LMG Enhanced, which I've also done up with PTS accessories. A Crytek LMG done up all with PTS stuff. Got the Keymod Fortis Shift Grip, the EPG Enhanced Polymer Grip, and the recently released EPS or Enhanced Polymer Stock. This thing is awesome. You know those posts?
Yeah.
Guess how many of those this stock can fit inside of it?
I'm going to take a good guess and say a lot.
4. Those 11.1 volt candy bar LiPos, this can fit 4 of them inside of it and still have room for all the wires.
Yes.
This being an LMG, I don't need to keep a ton of extra batteries on my gear. I can have my main battery inside with my spare battery inside. So all I have to do in order to change batteries is it starts running low, pop off the cover, switch the cord, put the cover back on, and go. That way I can keep on suppressing.
Nice.
And the red dot on top there is just a GMP replica aim point. And I've got a Inforce WMO mount mounted on an offset. Of course, an offset there so I can still aim down my sights.
Nice.
This thing
Nice.
is a beast. I'm absolutely loving this LMG. For those who don't know what the Crytek LMG is, it's based off of the old Hurricane kits that you could get for M4s called the Shrike kit. Basically turns your M4s into an M249.
Not bad.
Basically from the lower receiver back, it's an M4. From the upper receiver forward, it's an M249. And it can still take regular M4 magazines.
Not bad.
Any more
Either way,
questions?
guys, thank you guys for joining us on a restart stream because the last stream basically
Went kaput.
screwed up on us. And if you want to check out Dice, his channel was in the description below the last one, so if you want to go back to the last stream, it's down there. Video, Spartan117GW. And if you want, subscribe to me, and if you want to see more content, then once again, just keep an eye on both of our channels, because we're going to be coming out with some pretty awesome content real soon.
Yep, I got lots more videos coming out soon with my reviews, as well as Airsoft Al will be coming out with more videos too, so don't forget to go and check out his channel as well at Airsoft Al.
Yes. So, until next time, guys, I've been Airsoft Al. Dice.
I was waiting for you to say something else there.
It's usually... Never mind. We'll just stop the stream right here.